American South, he's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe!
Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Friday Night Game Night. Tonight we are playing, once again, the Renegade Games G.I. Joe Deck Building Game. And this time we are playing the Silent Interlude expansion pack. And if you want to see the standard solitaire version of the game, there is a link to it right, I believe it'll be right there, in here somewhere. And what we are doing today with the Silent Interlude expansion pack, the Silent Interlude side of it, is a solitaire-only game. Now, there is a group game that you can play that's a Trader Among Us. Is that what it's called? Yes. And in that, it's kind of a guessing game as to who the Cobra operative is. Somebody is a traitor, so you have to have multiple people playing. And you could probably play that with 2 people or 3 people, but it would probably be better that the more people you have playing, the more tense it is of who is the traitor. Maybe we'll play that if I can get enough people down here to record. Maybe we'll play that version of the Silent Interlude expansion pack. But for right now, we are going to play the solitaire version of the game. And for those of you that don't know what Silent Interlude is, it is possibly one of the most iconic comics of the Marvel run, where there was no dialogue at all. Basically, it starts with Storm Shadow showing up at Destro's castle, and he has Scarlet captured. Snake Eyes parachutes in there on his own to rescue Scarlet. So it's really just Snake Eyes and then eventually Scarlet against Destro, Storm Shadow, and a bunch of Red Arashikage ninja. It's a fantastic issue. I was going to say I've read it multiple times, but there's nothing to read. It's just pictures. They also had I think it was a 40th anniversary issue come out. IDW, I think, put it out. It's just a very iconic issue of the Marvel run of the comic. And if the IDW anniversary issue is still available, I will put a link to it in the description below if you want to pick one up for yourself. I don't know, I don't know if it's still available or not, but if it is available, I will link to it below. Now, with the Silent Interlude expansion, there are some major differences to the way that this plays versus the way that a standard solitaire game plays. And we're going to start with the story missions. That first of all, there's only one story mission per act. One story mission and then an end of act mission. So yeah, there's like, we'll say, okay, so there's one story mission, one end of act mission. So there's 2 missions per act, which is a deviation from the standard one where there was 2 missions plus the end of act mission, 3 per act. So that cuts that down. Also, there are only 2 officers in play, Storm Shadow and Destro. All of the other ones have been taken out. And these are also unique Silent Interlude officer cards for Destro and Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow here has a difficulty of 5, martial arts or stealth. At the start of your turn, discard 1 starter. So that is kind of a bummer. But Destro is the one that, like, I've played this a few times and I hate when Destro comes onto the field. He has a difficulty of 6, weakness of marksman and recon. At the end of your turn, discard the top card of the main deck for each Cobra operative in play. And a Cobra operative is an officer, a battalion, or a Cobra trooper. So it can, if you let things stack up or if things do pile up, it can get pretty ugly. All other officers have been taken out of play. There are also some Silent Interlude unique complications that have been shuffled into the deck. This isn't part of the Silent Interlude expansion. I got these from what was it, Shadow of the Serpent expansion pack, the one with Serpentor. These are the Cobra Ninja that I have decided to use for this just because hey, there was ninja in the issue. I want to use the ninja for this game. I also shuffled in some of the complications from Shadow of the Serpent that will call out Cobra Troopers. We also have a very unique starting deck right here that, I don't know if you can see this, but all of the starters, all of the GIs have been taken away, and all of the starters are Snake Eyes. They are all various, like, incarnations or aspects of Snake Eyes. Like this one is Tracker, okay? And across here I have Marksman, Tech, and Explosives. And it makes sense. Like, at first it seems pretty ridiculous that you have nothing but Snake Eyes, but it actually makes sense because he's the only one that went in. He doesn't have any backup. He doesn't have any of the Joes. We have the starter of Second Effort. Comms has been taken out. So we have Diffuse in here, but Comms has been taken out as well. It is not part of this. And the leader card that you start with, obviously, is Snake Eyes. And he has a unique Silent Interlude leader card as well. This is his upgrade version. And then we also have the unique leader card for Scarlet, that she does not come into play until the second act. As a matter of fact, once you go into the second act and you start the second act missions, Scarlet can only take on the second act missions, and she has to do them solo. So the second act is kind of where I've gotten hung up a few times, because you have to, like, really set Scarlet up to be able to do things on her own. The threat marker we have standard. It's just for the 1 and 2 player threat marker. We have the hanger here, but you may notice there's no vamp in the hanger. That's because this does not use vehicles to start the missions. You can just start the missions as you want. But there is also only one vehicle that can be put into play, and that is the Cobra Claw, and that is shuffled into the deck. So once the Claw comes out here, that's the only vehicle we can get. Now you may be asking, if there's no backup, why do we have all of these cards? Well, you can still recruit some of these cards. You can still recruit all of these cards, actually. The only thing you can't recruit are vehicles and standard cards that are not for solo play. And what you do is, like, most of these starter Snake Eyes right here have the ability of remove 4 cost worth of Joes from the reserve tile for a +1 wild skill. And let me explain what that means. I recruit. I have 4 right here. Let's say for the first round I recruit Lightfoot. Okay, I would take Lightfoot. I would put him in the reserve tile because he can't go into the hand. He wasn't there. He just goes into the reserve tile. I would flip another card over. I would put it there. Now, I go on a mission. I have these Snake Eyes starter cards. And like I said, it says remove 4 cost worth of Joes from the reserve tile. So I would take Lightfoot from the reserve tile, put him in the discard pile, but I would get +1 wild skill. So instead of just rolling 1 die for this Snake Eyes, I would roll 2 die for this Snake Eyes. You see what I mean? You basically use the other Joes as skill bonuses. And that may not make much sense, but you'll see it in play once we start playing. And then the other big difference is this silent token. You can see this one, you can see that says silent right there, that you want to stay silent while you're in the silent castle, because it's called Silent Interlude. If you end up being noisy, you flip this over and you have a noisy side, and it says +1 difficulty during story missions. And how do you become noisy? It'll be easier to show you once this is in play rather than try to explain it, because even when I was reading the directions on how to do this, it made much more sense to me how this operates once I saw it in play. So once we get to a point where this could possibly turn to noisy, I'll explain to you what we're doing. I have the little player aid card right here. I have a monster cracked open and ready to go. So, without further ado, let's go after Destro's castle, and let's go rescue Scarlet and see if we can get out alive, the 2 of us. So, whoop, no, don't play that. So what we do at the top of the round, just like we did with the standard solitaire game, we recruit. And like I said, I have these 4 recruitment cards right here that I can recruit 4 recruitment points worth. But I'm going to take this, defeat 1 Cobra Trooper that you control. We'll put that at the top of the deck. That's 2 points right there. And then we will also take this, the disarm utility. That's 2 points right there. And then we flip another card. So we put these in the discard pile. We will put second effort in the reserve deck, in the reserve tile, because even though the reserve tile is going to be used once we recruit Joes, we can still use it for putting one of our cards on reserve so we can get 6 in a hand. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. No, 5. What am I doing? 5. And I have those ones that we just played. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. We go into the second turn. Remember, when we're playing the solitaire version, you get 2 turns before the end of the round. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 worth. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this up and we're going to take some Joes. So that instead of getting 1 worth 7, I'm going to split it up and take a 3 and a 4 so that I have 2 Joes here to use for bonuses. So first we'll take Beachhead and put him there. Then we'll draw another card. And there we got a 6, Lieutenant Falcon. Oh yeah, Lieutenant Falcon was another leader that was part of the Silent Interlude expansion. So I just shuffled him into the deck as well. And then we'll take Lift Ticket and we'll put him on the reserve tile. And then we'll flip that. And oh, the sniper rifle. Oh, we want the sniper rifle. So we will stash all of these. Second effort, we'll go back into reserve. And we have 1, 2, 3. We have to shuffle our deck already. Five. And what do we got here? We got Snake Eyes. We got Leader Snake Eyes. That doesn't really have anything special until we promote him. We have Diffuse. We have Starter. We have the Disarm utility. And we have Second Effort. All right. That is the end of the round. We move our threat marker up to 1. And we take our first story card. So what do we have here? Pursue the kidnappers. Factors. Altitude of aircraft. High wind. Darkness. 1 complication. It's an aerial mission. You can see the airplane symbol right there. And at the end of your turn, place 1 die onto this card. These dice cannot be rolled while they are here. If 8 dice are here, you lose. Success, return all dice on this mission to the dice pool. Failure, each player gains a Cobra Trooper and the threat indicator goes up by 2. And there is 1 complication. So we are at the top of the round. We are on our first turn. That is Tracker. We have Tracker, which is good. Now, we're going after the story mission. This is where it can start to get noisy. We don't have any side missions to go after yet, so we have to go after the story mission. Now, this is where this comes into play. What we do is we see that this has a difficulty of 3. So we flip this and, this has a cost of 2. Okay, so what would normally happen is for all of the Cobra operatives in play, we would roll that many dice. And for the amount of hits that we have, we would take this down by 1. We would take the cost down by 1. The cost indicates how many Joes can be on the mission before it gets noisy. So if it's equal to or less than the cost of the card that we flipped over on top of the deck, it'll stay silent. So if I put 2 Joes in there, 2 is equal to, so we would stay silent. But if there was a Cobra operative here and I rolled this die and it came up a hit, you would take 1 away from this and then it would be 1 and then we would be over the threshold. There are no Cobra operatives in play, so we don't have to roll. So that is tracker. So we are definitely going to put our tracker Snake Eyes on the job. And we are going to put our leader Snake Eyes on the job because he has a wild skill. So that's 4 skills right there. But with our tracker Snake Eyes, remove 4 cost worth of Joes from the reserve tile, earn +1 wild skill. It doesn't have to be 4 exactly, so I can burn off lift ticket and stack him there. So this will be 3 dice, this will be 2 dice, it's 5. We have a target of 3, but what does our complication tell us? A player gains 1 ninja as a side mission. Wow, that didn't waste any time. So we have a ninja now. Nice. And the Cobra Ninjas, if you don't have the Shadow of the Serpent expansion pack, these are the red classified ninjas on the card. Let me read to you. It is a difficulty of 3. It is any 1 skill. And if you control this card at the end of your turn, threat marker goes up by 1. Nice. Okay. Ninja. Oof. All right. So we're going after this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. 5 right here. We need a 3 or better. We have 2, but we are going to use our second effort to re-roll 1 die and hopefully get that 3rd hit. And we do. We get that 3rd hit. This is success. We put it under the success token. We take our complication card. We discard it over here, but we keep the Ninja Trooper. So lift ticket goes in the discard pile. The Ram goes in the discard pile. And these 2 Snake Eyes go off to the side. So what I have left is the Cobra Trooper that if we still have him at the end, the threat meter goes up by 1. I could use this Snake Eyes. That would be 2. And then this, using Beachhead, would give us a 3. But I don't think I'm going to do that now. I think I'm actually going to wait this out. I think I'm going to let that one ride for right now. So that is the end of the... No. So we have... we have 1, 2, 3, and then we will discard this one as well because this says if you defeat a Cobra battalion this turn, draw 1 card. There's no battalions. So we have 5 recruitment points at this point. Oh, and we're going to take the sniper rifle. 100% we are taking that sniper rifle. Diffuse will go in the reserve pile, and then we draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop. Play that. Diffuse comes back out. Oh, end of the turn. It goes up by 1. Flip this. We have the sniper rifle. We have explosives, marksman, martial arts, and we have this card, defeat 1 Cobra Trooper you control. That's cool, because even though it's a ninja, it still counts as Cobra Trooper. I don't know if you can read that right there, but it actually says Cobra Trooper Ninja. And the rules for the Shadow of the Serpent specifically state that this is handled just like a Cobra Trooper. So any cards that affect Cobra Troopers affect the ninja as well. So we just play that card and we get rid of him. So there we go. And then that goes off to the side. We also have Diffuse. If you defeat a side mission this turn, take it down by 1. So we drop that back down by 1 and we're good. Now we look at the next one and we got martial arts right there. So we are going to keep our martial arts Snake Eyes. We will discard these 2. And we have this one. So we have 4 points right here, 4 recruitment points in this hand. And we will recruit Lightfoot. We will put him in the reserve pile. And we will flip a new card. These are now discarded. The sniper rifle will go in the reserve. And we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle our deck, which actually has some beef to it already. And 4. So we take the sniper rifle out of the reserve. And what do we got? All Snake Eyes. And the leader Snake Eyes as well. Cool. I like the leader Snake Eyes, even though he doesn't have any abilities. He's the only one that has wild skill for right now. So there we have it. End of the round. Threat marker goes up by 1, and because we're in the green, end of round threat marker goes up by 1, so we go to there. We draw a story mission. This is Act 1 finale already. Overcome the tower guard. In 4 seconds, this guard will turn to their left. 2 complications. At the start of your turn, if you don't have a Cobra Trooper in your hand, gain 1. Nice. Okay, so the Cobra Trooper goes in the discard pile. Success, the threat marker goes down by 2. Scarlet comes into play. Failure, the threat marker goes up by 1, and this mission remains in play. So we have to keep playing this mission until we win. Defeat is not an option. So we take 2 complications right here, and I'm really worried about what those complications are going to be completely honest. So the Cobra Trooper is a side mission. It is in the discard pile. I don't think we can go after him right now. But what we can do is we can go after the story mission. So since we're going to do that, we flip a card. 3. Oh. All right. Let me see something. Yeah, start return the top card of the main deck. Add any additional. Okay. So the first thing we do is. So this one isn't actually in play because it's in the discard pile. It's in play when it's actually in your hand, interrupting your deal. Right now it's in the discard pile, so it's not actually in play. Right now there are no Cobra Troopers in play, but the problem is that the complications could put Cobra operatives in play. It could call in one of the officers. It could add a battalion. So there's like a big unknown right there, and we are still silent right now. So our martial arts Snake Eyes is definitely going in. He has a +2 martial arts, and his ability is +1 martial arts if silent. And then our leader Snake Eyes with the +2 wild skill is going into play. And then we are also going to send in Recon Snake Eyes. So that's 3 right there. I'm really pushing the envelope here. That's 3 right there. And he will use remove 4 cost worth of Joes from the reserve tile for 1 wild skill. So we'll draw Lightfoot. So right here we have martial arts +2, +1 if silent. Right now it is silent, and hopefully it's going to stay that way. So there's 2, potentially 3 dice right there. 2 dice right here for leader Snake Eyes because it's wild. And then 2 dice right here for our Recon Snake Eyes. 1 die because of Snake Eyes, 1 die because of Lightfoot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7 dice for this. Let's flip our complications over. Surprise attack. Boom. Threat level goes up by 1. I'm actually okay with that. And then we have story mission. Discard 1 Joe from this mission. Captured. That. Discard. So Lightfoot is discarded. Recon Snake Eyes is discarded. So we're still silent, but we have 5. Okay, so it's based on Joe's, not anything else. So we also have our gear right here with the sniper rifle that we can put the sniper rifle in that gives us a +2 wild skill. This can be played during any point during the mission. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Here's 4. Oh yeah, and the difficulty is 4, so we need to beat that. And I don't have anything on hand that's going to let us re-roll. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's re-roll. Let's roll the other 3 just to see what would happen, because that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. There's another 2. So we beat that mission. Woot. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me get that die I just dropped. Okay, so we beat the Act 1 finale. So we get rid of these complication cards. They go into the complication discard pile. This goes under success, under the success token. Nice. These go away because these are all Act 1 complications. I have the Act 2 complications already shuffled and ready to go, so we put them in play. Move the dice, and these 3 go off to the side. So, what do I have here? I have 3, 4, 5 recruitment points. Oh, and this gets discarded as well. I have 5 recruitment points. Oh, this one is solo, no, so that gets discarded. We flip another card. There's the Sky Striker. Okay, since there are no vehicles in this other than the claw, whenever you draw a vehicle card and it ends up in the lineup, you just immediately discard it, just like you would a card that can't be played solo, and then you flip another card. So now we got 5 recruitment points. And what do we have here? Well, the only one we can recruit is Tunnel Rat, so we might as well take him, put him in the reserve stack, flip another card. And what is that? That can't be played in solo mode. So we flip another card, and we got Cutter. Man, I want that claw, because now we add Scarlet to the top of the deck as well. I guess I could have done 6, but I mean, does it really matter? So we're going to put, actually, what is the next one? Tech, but it doesn't matter because Scarlet has to do it. So we're going to keep Stealth Snake Eyes out. We will discard Tech Snake Eyes, and we will put him in the reserve so that now we can draw a full new hand of 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what we got. We got Scarlet, Explosive Snake Eyes, the Gas Grenade, Second Effort, and defeat 1 Cobra Battalion. Oh, if you defeat 1 Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card. And that is the end of the round. Or that is the end of the turn, rather. So we don't draw a story card yet, but but we don't have anything else going on. So we get a round to recruit, basically. So we can get rid of these. We can actually get rid of all of these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruitment points. So we might as well, so let's take Stalker, because I have an idea for Stalker. And we flip that card over, and what is this? Rocket launcher, gear. Ooh, discard 1 complication attached to this story. That would be nice. Was that everything? 6? Yeah. Okay. So we put them in the discard pile. We keep Scarlet. We'll put Scarlet in the reserve. And we'll draw a new hand. Because there's nothing else to do this turn, so it's just a recruitment turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And we got Diffuse. We got 3 starter Snake Eyes, Vehicles, Marksman, and Tracker. And then we have Scarlet here as well. Alright. End of round. Threat mark. Oh, I didn't take the threat marker down. It goes down by how many? It goes down by 2. 1, 2. So end of round, it goes up 1, and then it goes up 1 for being in the green. So we're pretty much back to where we started, which we're still in the green, and we're still silent. So I'm pretty okay with what is happening right now. So let's pull out our first story mission for Act 2. Scarlet Unchained. I'm no princess in the dungeon. I can do this by myself. And it's true. Scarlet did bust out on her own. And then she actually ended up saving Snake Eyes. Like I said, it's a really good issue. There's 1 complication. And at the start of your turn, add 1 Cobra Battalion to an uncovered gear card in the lineup. Battalions have a +2 difficulty. So they will be a 4 instead of a 2. This is Scarlet Solo. Success, threat meter goes down by 1. And if there are no Cobra operatives in play, gain 2 Cobra troopers and put them into play. That's success. Failure, the threat marker goes up by 2. Zoinks. And we have 1 complication. So this is the start of the turn. We have 1 battalion that comes in and covers up our gear card, which is the rocket launcher, which is a bummer because I wanted the rocket launcher. And that is a difficulty of 4 now, not 2. So, what do we got here? We could send all of these Snake Eyes after the Cobra Battalion. Keep Scarlet in the pocket so that she can do her solo mission next turn. Scarlet has the unpromoted version of Scarlet has 2 wild skill, and this character gains the skills of 1 Joe on the reserve tile. Then remove that Joe from the game. If this mission fails, place Scarlet on top of your deck. So if the mission fails, you can keep drawing Scarlet, which is necessary, especially in Act 2, because she's doing all of this on her own. So I can send all 3 of these after... What does this do again? The gear that we covered up? Discard 1 complication attached to this story. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to, let's see. We're going to keep Stalker in reserve. And we're going to play Tunnel Rat and Beachhead. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to beat a 4. Let's see if we can do this. We have 2. Oh, we have 2. So Do I want to try and re-roll one? No, I want to save that for the story. So I don't get that, but Beachhead and Tunnel Rat get discarded, and they go off to the side. I don't really have a problem with that because they couldn't go on this mission anyway. So now we have Scarlet solo. So she's going to start the mission. She has +2 wild. And then we're going to use Stalker to go with her. If Stalker is the only Joe on this mission, add +3 wild skill. So since she's the only Joe on this mission, she's going to get +3 wild skill. She's the only Joe that can go on this mission. But we do have to flip this card over. It is a 4. There is 1 operative in play, so you'll get to see how this works. So we could put a total, right now we could put a total of 4 Joes on this mission. Realistically, there's only 1 going, which is Scarlet. And we rolled 2 hits, and that brings the 4 down to 2. So you see what I mean? If we would have had 4 Joes, 4 Snake Eyeses, plus Scarlet on this mission, and then we would have rolled a 2, that would have put us 2 over the new threshold, and then this would have flipped over to Noisy. As it is right now, this stays silent. So let's see what our complication is. Story mission +1 difficulty, immediately draw and resolve another complication. No one has my back. The threat meter goes up by 1. So we are in the yellow right now. And this is just the first turn. Okay. So it's now it's a target of 4, and we have 5 dice to roll. I hope I didn't waste Stalker on this one. Okay, we have 2. I need 2 more. I'm going to play the reroll 1 die because, I mean, if a 2 comes up, it's possible, right? 3. Stalker gets discarded. Scarlet goes back on top of the deck. Those stay in play. At the start of your turn, add 1 Cobra Battalion to an uncovered gear. Okay, so since there's only 1 gear, we only have 1 Cobra Battalion. We don't have to worry about that at the top of the next round. So we failed. So these go away. And this goes under failure, and that puts us up 1, 2. That puts us up 2. Bummer. All right. So we have, we only have 3 recruitment points here. There's nothing we can recruit for 3 because Scarlet goes back on top of the deck. She doesn't count towards that. Maybe let's get a service rifle. We can still use those for this. Put this here. This goes in the reserve tile. 1. Oh, you idiot. I have to re-roll this. I forgot about this. The service rifle goes in too. I'm doing grand with the shuffling right now. By the way, you can't see it right now, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of nasty, but my left eye is almost swollen shut. I have a bit of an infection. It is not pink eye. It's just an allergy infection, which is why if you see me fumbling a shuffle or I drop some dice or something, I don't have much depth perception right now. So we got 2 there, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what we got. Scarlet for the leader, service rifle, defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card, Snake Eyes, leader Snake Eyes, plus we have this. Okay. End of turn. All right. So we have a turn with no story, but we have a battalion here. And with the story gone, I'm not sure it still counts as a +4 because the story card is over. Nothing there is in effect anymore. So I'm pretty sure this just drops down to 2 again by default, which is good. Because we're going to use Leader Snake Eyes with his +2 wild skill. We will use Tech Snake Eyes with his +2 tech skill, because since this is any one skill, we're going to go with tech. And why not? We will use the service rifle because it is a side mission. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to beat a 2. Here are 5 dice. And now we roll a 4. 4 single hits. All right, so that takes our Cobra Battalion out of play. Defeat a side mission this turn. Reduce the threat indicator by 1, which we will do. Discard that. If you defeat a Cobra Battalion this turn, draw 1 card, which we will do. And what do we got? We got the sniper rifle. Nice. Okay. So that is the end of the turn. And we have 4, 5, 6 recruitment points. So the first thing we're going to do is, oh wait, this goes away. Forgot about that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're taking the grenade launcher. I definitely want this. Discard 1 complication attached to this story mission. I definitely want that. So that was what? That was 3. So we have 3 points left. Let's see if we get anything. Oh, I want the tranquilizer dart too. But we can't afford it right now. So those will go discard. Scarlet will go in the reserve, and we'll draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 5 here. So we got the sniper rifle, the rocket launcher, tracker Snake Eyes, martial arts Snake Eyes, stealth Snake Eyes, Scarlet. Excuse me. That was right into the mic. I apologize. All right. End of round. This goes up by 1. We get a battalion. Gonna go over Falcon. And we have a new story mission. Act 2, finale. Claw my way out. Handles surprisingly well is what it says. I don't know if you can see, but it's Scarlet flying Storm Shadow's claw. Gain 2 Cobra Troopers and put them into play. Troopers have a +2 difficulty. Whew. Okay. So we have 2 troopers that actually go into play, which means they're in play right now. Oh, bugger. And they have a +2 difficulty, so these are both +3 right now. All right. Success, threat meter goes down by 2. Failure, the threat meter goes up by 1, and the mission remains in play. And we have 2 complications. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send... We have 3 going on. I think what I'm going to do is... So this is 3, this is 2. Let's see if we can take care of some of these side missions first to try and get some Cobra operatives out of here before we do anything. Because this could severely hamper this. Even though, once again, it's just Scarlet, I wish I had the claw. All right. So let's take out... Let's try and take out a trooper here. Let's try and take out one of these. So we'll send martial arts Snake Eyes, and we will use martial arts to take this one down. So that's 2 martial arts plus 1 martial arts of silent. We are still silent. Okay, silent but deadly. And we will go with Tracker Snake Eyes as well. That will add one more. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 to beat a 3. So we have 4 dice right here. And we only got 2. All right. Bummer. We'll try Stealth Snake Eyes. He has +2 stealth, +1 if silent, so he rolls 3. So it's 3 dice against a ability of 3. Oh, almost. We rolled a 2, but then 2 misses. Oh boy. Okay, so they are out. Those were the side missions. Now we go after the story mission. And before we do that, we are using the rocket launcher, discard 1 complication. I'm going to go with this one. I might look at that later. So we put that one aside. We have a 4. And we have 1, 2, 3. And this is gain 1 Cobra Trooper and add 1 Cobra Battalion to the lineup. Are you kidding me? So the Cobra Trooper won't be in play because that's just going into the discard pile. But then the Battalion, oh my, and it covers the Tranquilizer Dart. So there are 4. Oh, there are 4 in play. So we roll 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a threshold of 4. And we rolled 4. So we're noisy now. This is what I mean. Like, we rolled 2 hits. I couldn't roll this for myself. We have a double and 2 singles, so that is 4. So that takes this cost down to 0, which means Scarlet by herself has caused noise. We are now noisy. +1 difficulty during story missions. So this 4 becomes a 5 now, and she's on her own. Oh man. 2 wild for herself, 2 wild for the sniper rifle. No Joes to draw from for any benefits. So we discard that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's possible. Let's see what happens. 4 misses. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so the threat meter goes up by 1, and this mission stays in play. Scarlet goes back to the top of the deck. This goes to the recruitment side. It's the end of the turn, so these 2 go. Oh my gosh, there's like 4 Cobra Troopers in this deck now. So we got 5. No, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 worth. So we're going to take Hawk. That's 7. And then we're going to flip this over. APC gets discarded. Flip this over. Zap. What do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was 7, so that's it. And I have nothing. So we're at 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them we know is going to be Scarlet. Right there. We have second effort. Starter, Snake Eyes, starter. And we are still noisy now too. Now the way that we have to flip this over to silent is we have to promote our leader, Snake Eyes, because his special ability is you are now silent. If already silent or not playing silent interlude, ignore 1 complication during a story mission instead. So we need to get our leader, Snake Eyes, out here, and we need to promote him. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. We're at the top of a new turn. This story mission stays in play. don't have any Cobra Troopers shown. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm willing to bet, as much as this may be screwing myself, I'm willing to bet these Cobra Troopers are supposed to stay in during the story. So that as long as this story mission is up, these 2 Cobra Troopers stay up. I may be wrong, I may be screwing myself on that, but I kind of feel like that's how that's supposed to go. All right. So these have a difficulty of 3. This has 1. Any one skill. Okay, let's try this. Send all of these snake eyes. So we'll say we'll go after them with explosives, because why not? It doesn't matter. They're all +2. We have explosives +2, marksman +2, vehicles +2. Oh, let's use marksman. Not that it makes much difference, but it makes me feel better. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 against a difficulty of 3 for this Cobra Trooper. Only rolled a 1. I have a card that lets you re-roll 1 die, but we're not going to do that. So these come off to the side. Okay. Scarlet. Going after. That, it's a 5 +2. We pull out Hawk. That's a 4. So we're going after 5 with only 4. And we can re-roll 1 die. But I really feel like we need to try and get rid of this before that gets up into the red, because then we'll be into Act 3. So we're going to give this a shot. I'm not saying this is going to be great, but we're going to give this a shot. Okay? So we got 1, 2, we got 4 going against a difficulty of 5. It could happen. It could happen. Or this is totally feeble. We have 2. I'm not even going to waste this card because we can't get 5 out of that. Hawk gets discarded. Scarlet goes back on top. We will put that into the reserve pile. And we deal 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. Can I recruit anything? I only have 3 recruitment points. I can recruit Zap. So we've got 4. We shuffle these. Just out of curiosity, what complication did I discard? Story mission, you cannot use utility cards to affect this mission. I got rid of the wrong card. I totally got rid of the wrong card. And there's number 5. So I knew this was going to happen. Oh my goodness. Cobra Trooper. Cobra Trooper. Scarlet. Snake Eyes. Well, at least we got this. Defeat 1 Cobra Trooper you control. So he's going back to there. Look at this. Look at this. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh, what am I doing? We need to replenish that. And that is a high, that is roadblock. That is a high recruitment card. I need the claw. Okay. So we have this Snake Eyes with +2 recon, and we can use Zap This one is just a +1. These two are +2. This one is just a single one. So we have 3 dice. We need to get an operative off of the table. Of course, I roll a 3 on that. So we get rid of that trooper. Zap gets discarded. Whoops. Zap gets discarded. Snake Eyes comes off to the side. There's no way I can do that. There's no way I can do that. So that's it. We'll put that one to the side. We'll stick Scarlet over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you defeat a Co-Battalion, draw 1 card. We're still noisy. Yeah, because that's actually 4, 5. Yeah, so we're at 5. Yeah. So we're going to send Stealth Snake Eyes after that battalion. Okay. So he has a +3. No, we're not stealthed anymore. We're not silent anymore. So he has a +2, +3. So we got a +3 here. Oh, why not? Let's just do the whole deal. Oh, no, wait. This was a new draw. That's the end of the round. So this goes up 1 threat level. So like I said, we're going to send all 3 of these after him. So that's any one skill. No, we're going after this 2 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to beat a 2. Wait a minute. Is this right? I drew out. Yeah. So these 2 should be over here into the discard. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to beat a 2. Reroll 1 die. I only rolled 1 hit. Reroll a die. Go down the tower. A miss. Okay. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruitment points. We got 4 right here for Cutter. We'll put him over here. We'll draw another card. Each player who reveals a leader card from their hand draws 1 card. Scarlet will go in reserve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This. Choose. Okay. Ooh. Rocket launcher. Marksman. Vehicles. Okay, so this is discard 1 complication attached to this mission, but this complication has already been played, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So what I need is my sniper rifle or something. Can we bring that down a bit? So once again, we're going to go after this battalion right here. Or do we want to go after this battalion? No. We want to go after this battalion right here. So we'll send these 2 Marksman +2, +1, so that's 3. Oh, plus we have the service rifle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to beat a 2. We rolled a 2. So this battalion is out. Cool. That battalion is out. We play this card. If you defeat a side mission, reduce the threat meter by 1. So that brings it back down to the 3. These go off to the side. We got these Cobra Troopers. This we will play as well for recruitment points, I believe. And Scarlet will be saved. So let's, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're taking the Tranquilizer Dart. We don't have a Cobra Officer in play yet, but I really got this bad feeling that we're going to. And also, well, flip this over. Oh, we have a decision here because we got 2 recruitment points left and we have Inspiration. Each player who reveals a leader from their hand draws 1 card. Scarlet is always going to be a leader. Or we have All In. Ignore the results of the die roll. Re-roll all mission dice. I think we're going to take that, to be honest. That is our 2. So we flip this over. And there is the scuba gear. All right, so these get discarded. She goes in the reserve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scarlet, All In, Tranquilizer Dart, Sniper Rifle, Snake Eyes, Snake Eyes. No leader Snake Eyes yet to promote him. That's choose end of round. Okay, we're at the bottom of the round, or end of turn. We're at the bottom of the round right now. So we have to try and take this out. So we have, let me see something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sniper rifle. I don't want to lose the sniper rifle though, because I'm thinking of recruiting Scarlet, of boosting Scarlet so she goes to +4. But I want to try and keep this. If I do that though, I lose everything, including All In. We gotta try this. Oh, this is gonna, okay. So this is a recruitment round. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scarlet goes off to the side. I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret this. 1, 2. Shuffle the hand. Three, 4, 5. So we got Scarlet, we got Leader Snake Eyes, we got the Service Rifle, we got 2 other Snake Eyes, but we also have our Sniper Rifle right here. Okay. That is also the end. Let's put regular Scarlet off to the side. That is also the end of the round. So, up 1 into the red. Okay. We need to stop this. Once we have, once we're noisy, we don't have to do that noisy or silent thing anymore. That's why I haven't been paying attention to it. Because once it's noisy, it's noisy. There's no, you don't have to flip the card, roll the dice, worry about how many how many Joes are on the mission. That's why I haven't been worrying about that yet. So we got 4 right there. And then we got our Sniper Rifle. So that's 4. That's 6 to beat a 5. Oh boy. We need this. We really, really need this. There's 2. That was 4. We got 2 more to roll. It's possible, but not likely. 2 misses. Oh, gosh. I hope it doesn't go out like this. I really hope we don't go out like this. So that goes off to the side. She goes back on top of the deck. We have these left over for side mission. These are still +3. See, these aren't really doing anything right now because they were basically put into play to count as, what do you call it? Agents to screw up the noisy and quiet. Once this goes away, though, these 2 will go into the discard pile. So it would probably be best to try and take some of these out right now. So we got 3 right there with a wild skill. So we'll do vehicles. Oh, let's just go. Let's just do it. Plus our service rifle. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to beat a 3. 5 dice. Okay, we got 4 hits. So this Cobra Trooper goes away. I don't know if that actually gained us anything. This one goes off to the side. So now we have recruitment. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scuba gear. There's 2. Oh, was a scuba gear 5? Yeah, so we got 2 more. So let's pick Muskrat up. And then we got this utility, knowing is half the battle. Oh, I would love to have that right now. I would love to have that one right now. This goes in the reserve. I should have just spent, it wouldn't have mattered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what do we got? So we got Muskrat. Oh, no, wait. Muskrat goes over here. That's right. I'm sorry. There's 5. So we got the scuba gear. We got Scarlet, of course. We got disarm. We got the tranquilizer dart. And we got the gear. Okay. Plus we have this snake eyes. So. Here's what we're going to do. Scarlet, with her +4 wild, will be going after the mission, but we will also be playing Muskrat to gain his ability, and we're going to play the scuba gear right now to draw 2 cards. Reroll 1 die, and recon snake eyes. I was hoping for the sniper rifle. So roll 5 dice for each double hit. Add +1 hit this mission. Please, please, I need this. Oh, 1, 2. So that's 2 hits this mission. So this is a 5. Now all we need is a 3. All right. All right. So we have those. So we have +4 wild. So let's roll this. Ha! 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. That was a 2. That was a 2 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that beats the 5. We beat the mission. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Might be too little too late. So the first thing we do is success. The threat meter goes down by 2. 1, 2. All right. This gets discarded. This goes under the success ratio. Muskrat gets discarded. Scarlet actually goes off to the side now because she's done. This Cobra Trooper, this is what I mean, will now go into our deck. Well, wait, no. the round isn't over. We could still try and take this out, especially now that the mission is taken out. He's just a single digit now. Nice. Nice. Okay. Any one skill. We'll send Marksman Snake Eyes with his 2. Oh, let's send the other one Recon just because I don't want to have to deal with this again. So we roll 3 dice. All we need is a 1 now. And of course we rolled all 3 this time. So this Cobra Trooper goes out of play. All right. These ones go off to the side. No more Joes to start missions. So this will go into the reserve pile. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 recruitment points. But I'm not really worried about that right now because what I actually want, you know what, we're going to keep these 2. Can I still get that 5? So if I discard this one, well, wait. Yeah, if I discard this one, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All I want is that. So we're going to take this. So what was the cost on this? That was 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 4 recruitment points left. So let's take this one as well. That is a 2. And there's Spirit and Falcon. So these are all discarded. I want to keep these in play just in case. And we're going to discard this one too. So then we'll put the Tranquilizer Dart in the reserve tank. So then we have this one, so we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have those 2. We have Snake Eyes, we have Snake Eyes, and we have the Trank Dart. So there's our 6 cards. All right. So that is the end of the turn. Flip that. We can take out this battalion. We're not stealth. We're still noisy. And I don't like that. And my leader, Snake Eyes, isn't out, so I can't do anything to bring him around either. So that's a 2. We're just going to play these 2 Snake Eyes to try and beat that. So with 2 skill, and we rolled a 2, that takes out this battalion. So that's cool. All right. Put these off to the side. So we got Tranquilizer Dart, Rocket Launcher, Knowing is Half the Battle, Inspiration. Martial Arts is the next one up. Plus there's going to be 2 complications. Oh, and that is the 3rd act. So we get rid of our Act 2 complications. We bring in our Act 3 complications. Haven't had to put, don't even say it, don't even think it. Each player reveals a leader from their hand, draws 1 card, gain a number of hits equal to half. Okay. Discard 1 complication, flip all Cobra officers face down. I feel like I'm going to use all of those, so there's not going to be any recruitment because I only have 2 recruitment points. None of them can be bought for that. So we're going to stash those there. We'll put Inspiration off to the side here. We'll draw out 2 cards. We got 2 Snake Eyes. Oh, and we do have the one that's Martial Arts. Okay, so let's see. What's this? Running Combat. This is a great... This is great practice, but it's time to get moving. 2 complications. At the end of each round, destroy the top 2 cards of the main deck. Oh, if the claw is in there, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset. Oh, wait, no. end of the round, flip that. That goes up by 1. We get a battalion back anyway that covers up Falcon. Now we get to this. Okay, so at the end of the round, destroy the top 2 cards of the main deck. Success, lower the threat meter by 1. You may destroy up to 2 cards in your pile. Failure, the threat meter goes up by 1. Put 1 random Cobra officer into play. So there's 2. Oh, great. Okay, so 2 complications, 1 and 2. All right, so it's martial arts. I have martial arts. We're sending martial arts after him. Martial arts Snake Eyes after him. We're going to send Tech Snake Eyes after him. And we're going to spend 4 to get rid of Cutter. Okay, we did not reveal a leader card, so I can't play that one. But gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty. So we have that. And we're going to play discard 1 complication. So that goes off to the side. And we will discard this one. Let's wait and see what we've got. So that's what we have. And this is discard 1 card from your hand for each Cobra operative in play. Okay, so there's 1 Cobra operative in play. We'll discard this one. We won't be able to use that for recruitment. So let's see what we got. Gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty. This mission rounded down, then discard this card immediately. So the difficulty is 4. We have a 2. We got 2 martial arts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a skill of 4 going against a 2. Come on, Snake. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, thank goodness we can do this. We could have done that with just the 4. So there we go. That's this 4. We discard this one. What did I get rid of? This mission fails, double the threat modifier. Oi. All right. So the threat meter goes down by 1. You may destroy up to 2 cards in your discard pile. Do I want to destroy 2 cards in my discard pile? Yeah, let's get rid of the service rifle. We'll discard that one. We can put it back here. We got a whole stack of them. Oh no, that puts it out of play. Rules. And do I want to discard anything else? Yeah, let's get rid of this one. If you defeat a Cobra battalion, draw 1 card. Let's get rid of that one too. All right. Cutter gets discarded. This goes under success. These 2 come off to the side, so I have a recruitment of 4. Nothing here costs 4, so we're just going to ignore that part. The tranquilizer dart will go in the reserve. 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle the deck. Five. So what do we got? Snake Eye starter, gas grenade, diffuse, all in, leader scarlet, and the trank dart. Okay. Okay. End of turn. End of turn. All right. Top of the round, or top of the turn rather. We have a battalion right here. Do we want to try and get rid of that? Defeat 1 Cobra trooper you control. If you defeat a side mission, bring it down 2, or bring it down 1. Yeah, if we beat him, so any 1 skill will use explosives. That'll give us a +2. Well, no, that'll give us 2. So it'll be 2 against 2. Let's give it a shot. What could it hurt? So all we need is a 2. And we rolled a 2. How about that? The battalion goes away. We play this card. If you defeat a side mission this turn, the threat meter goes down by 1. So we bring that down 1 more. Cool. Snake The starter will come out to there. All right. And, okay, so that was 2. I did roll 3, right? Yeah, okay. I keep forgetting about this. I should put this front and center so I don't... Let's put that right there so I don't forget again. Okay. We can get rid of the gas. We're going to keep all in. And we're going to keep the track dart because I got a really bad feeling that we're going to get a officer in the final round. So that's a recruitment of 3. Not enough to recruit anything. So we'll put that there. Scarlet goes in the reserve. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And we have, each player reveals a leader. Rocket launcher. Utility. Hey, this is wild. This is the end. This is our final. This is our finale. Need a lift? Jump on. I don't think this was made to hold 2, but beggars can't be choosers. This was at the end of Silent Interlude. I don't know if you can see that, but Snake Eyes is holding on to the back of the claw while Scarlet flies away. Really, if you haven't read it, give it a shot. Like I said, if there is still the anniversary edition up for sale, I will put a link to it in the description below. If there are no Cobra officers in play, add 1 at random. If there are, add 2 Cobra battalions to the lineup instead. At the end of each round, raise the threat meter by 1. Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot. We flip that. The threat meter does go up by 1. We get a battalion back into play, covering up Falcon. Okay, if there are no Cobra officers in play, add 1 at random. So there's going to be a Cobra officer. Success, you win. Failure, the threat meter goes up by 1. The mission remains in play. There are 2 complications. Okay, so let's take our 2. I really don't know which is which anymore at this point. Let's see which one we get. And we got Destro. Of course we got Destro. Why wouldn't we get Destro? Destro, difficulty of 6, marksman and recon. At the end of your turn, discard the top card of the main deck for each Cobra operative in play. You know what? I don't really care about that right now. So, okay. We got Scarlet. She's going to go at it herself. So we got rocket launcher, discard 1 complication attached to this story. So this, we'll get rid of this one. 1 complication left. We have this one. Each player who reveals a leader from their hand draws 1 card. So we draw a card. And that is the scuba gear. Target player draws 2 cards. 1, 2. Gain a number of hits equal to half the printed difficulty of this mission. So we get 3 hits right off the bat. We're going to throw Snake Eyes into the mix now too. Both of them going at, why not? Why not? 4 wild, 2 wild. That's 6. We already have +3. Let's see what our complication is. Add 1 Cobra battalion to the leftmost uncovered card in the lineup. Immediately draw and resolve another complication. I picked the wrong one. Which one was this? Each player gains 1 ninja as a side mission. Oh, maybe I didn't. So we put a battalion into play. Draw this complication. And put Storm Shadow into play. So now Storm Shadow is in play. And at the start of your turn, discard 1 starter. Okay, I've already started the turn, so I don't consider this actually taking effect. So the 2 soldier, this is wild. This, if you've read it, you understand. This is wild. I got both leader cards, Scarlet and Snake Eyes, making the escape, and Destro and Storm Shadow are both there trying to stop it. I have 3, I need a 3, I have 4, I have 5, 6, I have this ability. You know what, we're going to put his, and it's a vehicle, it's stealth and tech. Why isn't it vehicle? Why isn't it vehicle? It's on the claw. So we'll add this one as well for another. We're noisy. So this is actually 7. So I need a 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Plus we're going to be able to ignore the roll if we need to. All right. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Play this card. Ignore the results of all die re-roll. All mission dice. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. It's 7. What was I doing? This was 5. Okay, so we got... This was 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is only 5, 6, 7. All right, guys. All right, I got chills. This is awesome. This is just like the end of the story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. We've won! Scarlet and Snake Eyes have escaped. His armband has fallen off. He's watching his claw fly away with Scarlet and Snake Eyes on it. And Destro is playing chess because Baroness is dead at this point. We have won. Haganaga. If you've read the comic, you can appreciate the end of this. Like I could not have planned this any better. If you've read the comic, you can appreciate how cool this ending is. If you haven't read the comic, read the comic. I really hope it's still available. Like I said, link in the description below. Thank you for coming back and joining me. This was great. This is actually, because I was explaining things, I know it doesn't seem like it's much quicker, but Silent Interlude is actually a much quicker version of the solitaire game. We came in about a half an hour less than the last one, but even if I wasn't explaining, we probably would have cut another 20 minutes off of that. So Silent Interlude, the big advantage whenever you're playing, other than just the cool factor, and it's a different game entirely from the standard solitaire version of the game, it does play out quicker than the standard version. So this really helps you get a quicker game going. This ending was awesome. Hello, please hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you already are a subscriber to the channel, big thanks to you. Leave a comment down below letting us know what you thought of today's episode. If you would like to help the channel grow and you're in a position to do so, please consider becoming a channel member or a Ko-fi subscriber, where for $1 a month you get access to member perks, including our monthly member exclusive. This month is the Mezco 112 Snake Eyes. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.